New CBS News polling shows Americans overwhelmingly support sanctions against Russia, driven by a desire to help Ukraine. For a closer look at what Americans are thinking, CBS News Director of Elections and Surveys, Anthony Salvanto, joins us now. Anthony, always great to see you. First and foremost, what is behind this sort of widespread support of sanctions on Russian oil?
Hey there, Jerika. Great to talk to you. So let me start with that big number that you mentioned at the top, which is 77% of Americans do support sanctions against Russian oil. But there's two big things here. One is that you look at it and it's bipartisan. We don't get to say that about a lot of issues these days. So strong support from Democrats, independents, Republicans across the board. Then the other part of this is when you're polling on topics like this, you want to follow up and ask people, okay, but what happens if those oil sanctions mean that you're going to pay more for gas at the pump? And after you follow up with that, the support majority remains. It only declines a little bit. So it ends up at 63% still in support. Now, this is a number we'll have to watch. We don't know what will happen as prices go up, how much they go up if this moves. But for the moment, there is that strong support. And as you mentioned, it is driven, people say, not necessarily by the fact that they can afford higher prices. No, it's that they want to help Ukraine. They want to punish Russia.
Anthony, how do Americans' concerns about the war connect to their viewpoints on sanctions?
Well, it starts with that desire to help Ukraine and punish Russia, because let me show you how it connects. There's a big majority that feels like Russia has plans to invade other countries, not just Ukraine. So with that worry, I read into this that there may be a sense of perhaps paying more now to avoid something worse later. There's a lot of concern among Americans that they'll be drawn into a wider war, that there'll be NATO countries involved in this. So that concern underpins the support for the sanctions, because when people are concerned about that, they're even more likely then to support the oil sanctions. Jerika.
I noticed that in this survey, Biden's approval rating has gone up when you look at the start of the war to now. How about Biden's overall handling of this? What do people want him to do at this point?
Well, it's up from last week specifically on handling this situation, but you'll notice it's still not net positive. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One is that people say that it's still making them feel nervous. And the other part of that is that half the country feels like he's not being strong enough, not being tough enough on Russia. So we followed up and we said, okay, what are some of the things that you think would be stronger for him to do if you feel that way? And those folks said, well, they want to see even tougher economic sanctions. They want to see more weapons and supplies going to Ukraine. Those are a couple of things. We talked a little bit about a no-fly zone. And there, what you saw, which was really interesting, is that even if people start off saying, okay, in principle, they'd support that at 59%, that support for a no-fly zone really, really drops off when you follow up and say, well, what if Russia considers that an act of war and U.S. military has to have engagement then over the skies in Ukraine? Then you see support drop off, because, again, it's part of that concern about the U.S. being involved in a wider war. Jerika.
All right. Anthony Salvanto breaking down the very latest when it comes to that poll. Thank you.